Not only does he spend his whole morning hunting, he then comes in from the woods to milk the goats, to give my hands the rest that they need. What a good man. All right, partners, what are we gonna do?
We're gonna farm.
We're gonna farm.
Yeah.
All right, sounds like a plan. What are we planting today?
We are planting squash and berries.
We're picking squash and planting berries.
Yeah.
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 Whoa, you dumped the ball.
And I even can pick it up.
You can.
Pass over there.
Good morning, Rose here, ready to do some gardening today. We have some more strawberry plants to get in the ground, some onion sets, and we have some comfrey root cuttings, and we have some fig cuttings that we got to get in some soil. So we have a pretty busy day packed for us, but I'm hoping with my helpers that I'll get through it pretty fast. So first thing I need to do is remove the agribond covering. I had that on there just to make sure that the deer or beaver did not eat my fruit while I was still trying to get it protected. We have some fencing material we've recently acquired that we will be putting along the back side to prevent the beaver and deer from coming in from that end, and then we'll be finishing off this end as well as time allows and supplies allow. So first step is to get this fabric off and then get our plants in the ground, and then we're going to redo the fabric, but they're going to have a little bit of support hoops on them when we put it back in. So things are looking up. The garden is moving along steadily. Even though it's fall, our gardening has increased every day and every moment thanks to the help of you guys and our Amazon wish list. We've been able to do a lot more than we planned on, so thank you for that. See, the strawberries are doing pretty well. It almost looks like something has been trying to dig around them on these ones that were exposed. So I'm gonna try to get those buried in a little better. The blackberry and raspberry don't look so great. That looks broken. I don't know if that happened from something bumping into it or from a cutworm. But hopefully it'll recuperate. This little guy's bent over a little bit from the fabric, so it's a good thing we got that hoop to help he'll straighten himself out, I'm sure. The gooseberries didn't look alive when I got them, so I'm not surprised they still don't look alive. But it looks like we may have lost 2 of the raspberries, which is weird because they didn't look bad when I planted them. So I'm not sure what's going on with them. Maybe the roots are still alive and they'll be okay. Holy squash. I told Rowan we were gonna have squash to pick. I didn't realize it was gonna be this many. Woo! Lots and lots of squash growing. Remember that cucumber we've been watching since the start of this cucumber plant? Look at that, that's a good sized pickling cucumber. There are quite a few good sized pickling cucumbers hanging in there. I don't know if you can see them, so we might even get a few of those at this point. You think you saw some chanterelles? Oh, that would be nice. Huh. No, those are not chanterelles. Do you know why I know they're not chanterelles without even looking underneath them? Because they're growing in groups. Chanterelles grow individually, but I'm not sure what they are. They look like they're so old they've already spored out a beautiful rust-colored spore. Kind of hard to tell when they're this old what they might have been, but they're very interesting find, Rowan.
And books are walking sticks.
Something broke your walking sticks.
Yeah, for camping.
Uh-oh. Well, I tell you what, as much as I want to get these plants in the ground and get this garden finished off for the season, it is so hot out here. It was 95 yesterday. It's 90 something today, I'm sure of it. And I am wishing I could wait until it was cooler weather, but we don't have time because I'm leaving Wednesday to go to the Homesteaders of America conference. I can't wait. It's a great opportunity to network with other YouTubers and meet other homesteaders and learn some new things from some of the experts in the field. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. If you haven't got your tickets yet, you can still buy them at the door. It's in Virginia. I hope to see some of you guys there. If you're going, leave a comment down below and we'll definitely make an effort to try to get to see you. It's just me going as Ryan has to stay with the farm. Our farm sitter is unfortunately in Germany right now. Fortunate for her, unfortunate for us. But you guys might be looking around at what I'm standing on and seeing that it looks a little different than usual. Ryan got a wild hair in him last night and pulled out the tractor and bush hogged this. I know I said I didn't want to bush hog it because I didn't want to spread the seeds, but at this point it was so tall that we couldn't even lay down cardboard on it or paper feed bags. So now we can at least get some paper feed bags down and let it rest over the winter, and in the spring we can just plant right into through the bags. They'll be decayed enough that it'll be able to plant. The more noxious weeds like Bermuda grass will probably come right up through and into my garden anyway. So we'll have some weed issues still, but as with any new garden beds that you start in an area that's full of weeds, you're gonna have weed issues. So through the years of effort, we will get it better each year by removing the weeds before they go to seed. But for now, we're working with some of our past mistakes. All right, let's plant some strawberries.
Quiet like a dove, you're whispering a symphony unknown, breathing the breeze and trying to grow, lost in the sight of you alone. Here I'll stay till dawn. The breeze in the sky sings me a song. Here I'll stay till dawn. Indiana Rose, I couldn't see you on my way back home.
All right, I have lost my helpers. They're still here, but I think they've kind of lost interest in helping. They'd rather play,
That's how this.
which is okay. But I have a few plants left in the bag that I think you guys would enjoy planting these in the butterfly garden. What do you think of that?
What?
You want to plant some strawberries at the edge of the butterfly garden?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Here, I'll help you. All right.
It's cool.
You too, Liam. Yep.
Hey, Liam. I'm doing faster.
Oh, Liam, you are faster. Oh, Rowan's getting fast. It's a race. All right, where do you think? It looks like we have an open spot over here. Hello, butterfly. That's a Gulf fritillary. Host plant is passion flower or maypop. Beautiful, friendly little butterfly. All right, this is an open spot right here. How about right here?
Okay.
All right. Just dig a little hole for them to go into first. And you're gonna put the roots down at the bottom of your hole. Good job, boys. Here, Liam, you can come right here and do one. Down, down, down. All right, get you a strawberry plant. Wait, Rowan, where's the plant? The top of the plant has to poke out. Let me see how you did it. Go ahead and dig it out.
Here?
Yep.
Like that?
Yep, that's root side down.
I don't know, where is it?
Oh, you got 2 plants in your hand. This one's just got a little tiny root.
Where is it?
But this is the top of the plant, and this is
It's gone.
the part that you want to see come out of the ground.
I don't see it.
Okay, okay, calm down. It's not gone, it's right there. Okay, so you keep this part at the top layer and you bury the roots. All right, Liam, you got yours positioned correctly. Now put some of that mulch back down over the roots. Good job. All right, you want to do some more?
I want to do some more. It's a little bit hard.
You can move down. You can move down the bed a little further and plant some more. What do you think, Daddy?
I don't know. What are they doing?
Strawberries in the butterfly bed.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yum, yum. So every morning when we walk by, we'll be able to pick one to eat.
Then I'll never get any.
There'll be plenty down there in the big garden. All right, Liam, put it in the ground. Swinging its roots out, it's gonna dry the roots too much. Oh, you gotta dig a hole first. And you got it upside down this time. Wait, you gotta dig the hole in a different spot, babe. Here, that's where you just planted the last one. Here, come over here. Move these zinnia branches out of the way. Start a hole right here. And remember, the roots go down and the plant goes up. There you go. This is the plant. See the little tiny green? So you make sure those roots are down. Cover those roots. Good job. Good job. Rowan, you're doing good too. Are there any more left?
Yeah.
Is that all of them?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that's it. Good job, boys. Now you're gonna have your very own strawberry plants to pick when you walk to the barn. Yeah.
Can I do another one?
Oh, okay. You can plant that even though it's just a broken piece. Go ahead. I don't know that it will grow, but it doesn't hurt. All right. Thank you, helpers.
I went hunting today and I saw 9 deer and I harvested 0 of them because they were all out of range. But because I did such a good job, I did get this awesome participation trophy. What do you guys think? Did I earn a participation trophy?
I think so, Ryan.
Yay, I feel special.
You are.
I'm a winner.
That's a pretty cool trophy.
Yeah, isn't it?
And now you know where the deer are, and you know what to do next time.
I do. It was, I was off campus. It was an off-campus hunt, but probably one of the best hunting experiences that I've had so far.
So that's it. They are in the ground and they are going to be well protected with a layer of mulch that we're going to add to this bed. Once we have everything planted in here, we're going to get it well mulched and protected from deer. Those are the big things. Making sure that the moisture level stays correct and make sure that you don't let any pests get in and eat them. That can be an issue with strawberries because everybody likes strawberries. Even the deer, the rabbits, beaver, anything will come in and munch on them. So we're gonna try to protect them as best we can. All right, got the strawberries planted. Now I'm gonna do my comfrey root cuttings. Pretty simple, straightforward. I don't think I'm gonna create a whole separate video for these, but I did create a separate video for strawberry planting tips. So check that out. I'll leave a link once that video is published. All right, the cuttings have been kept wet with a moist paper towel. You want them good and moist before you plant them. And it looks like they sent me some really fat chunks and some short pieces and some long pieces. So it'll be interesting to see what does best. But basically I'm just gonna plant these 3 inches deep horizontally. Pretty simple, right? So we'll see what comes up. This is one of the best looking cuttings because you can tell it's the crown of the plant. It's got the root attached, but it also has growing tips. So this one's probably going to do really good, so I'm putting it close to the center of the garden. These will be dug up at a later point and transplanted to other locations in the garden. This is just to heal them in and get them started. As you may have noticed, this bed is being used for temporary holding for quite a few plants. A lot of the larger fruit plants will probably be moved at a later date, as well as the comfrey. Some of it will remain. Comfrey is a great bioaccumulator. They root very deep down into the ground and pull up all the minerals that you don't normally get, and they pull them into their leaves, and you can cut those leaves and make a compost tea with them, a comfrey tea, and water your plants with them. And you can also just chop and drop and leave them on the soil surface to decay back into the ground, feeding the plants those extra minerals that they don't normally reach with their shallow root system. So it'll work great for these strawberries, which are shallow rooted. Taking a little off. She is a very old goat. She is about 12 years old now. She was 11 when I got her this summer, so she's close to 12 now. I'll have to look at her registration, but she's much older. I just gave her a drench of herbs, Nutri-Drench, and vitamin B complex. That usually helps anytime a goat is feeling achy for whatever reason. She's not showing any signs of fever or pain or any kind of other symptoms that point to anything, so I think she's just having an old age morning. We did give her a bucket of grain and hay, and she did eat them aggressively. So I'm wondering if the other girls in her stall have maybe been pushing her off of the food a little more than usual, so it made her feel a little puny. So we are gonna definitely stay on top of this situation. With her being a senior doe, we got to keep our eyes sharp on her health and make sure that she stays strong. And this will definitely make me question whether she will be bred again. We were hoping to get a breeding out of her, as we just received her into our herd. But if her health does not improve and she doesn't act like a nice spunky girl, then we won't be breeding her. But she doesn't like that. There's a little bit of cayenne pepper in that herbal mix, but it's a big immune boosting herb mix, so she should feel better. I'm trying to determine now whether she wants to go out or stay in. She's kind of acting like she doesn't want to go out or stay in. She wants to just hang out right here eating stuff. So her appetite is good, so that's a good sign. Temperature's good, eye color's good, so we're just gonna keep a close eye on her. All right, I'm gonna leave her out back there where she can nibble on greens and not have any competition. She ate all the grains I put in that bucket for her, which was a full serving, so that's a good sign. And she's eating the hay, and she seems happy. She's eating forage. So I'm just gonna leave her back there while I finish gardening. And then I'll see if she wants to go in the barn or go out to the pasture with the other goats. We'll see. And now it's time to plant our onion sets. Yay, we're planting our onion sets in this bed too. Can you believe it? We pack a lot of things into one small space because we have this rich organic matter, and we also know that the season of the strawberries and onions won't match up enough that they'll interfere with each other. So we're gonna plant the onions down in between the strawberry plants. Come spring, when those strawberry plants start to grow big, will be time to harvest the onions, so it'll work out perfectly. All right, let's get these onions planted. And I'm also making you an onion planting video.
I wish I wouldn't have to go that far to see where you thrive. Hear your song in the sky, lost in the sight of you alone. Here I'll stay till dawn. The breeze in the sky sings me a song. Here I'll stay till dawn.
just checked on Dominique and she had put herself back in the barn. She went into the stall closest to the back door, which has the open window, so it has the best air circulation. I gave her a big flake of hay and a big bucket of fresh water. And all we can do is just hope that she's okay. She's showing no signs of illness. So I'm a little concerned that this is a old age downward beginning slope. I hope not. So although I may have Dominique, who's kind of uncertain future right now with her acting off, I don't know if it's old age or a sickness coming on that's not showing any symptoms yet, but I gave her the drench to help boost her immune system and help give her an extra pep in her step. Meanwhile, the rest of the goats are doing fantastic. You see them all hurrying to me. I think we've got a couple in heat. Time up there by the shelter is getting a very large udder and her ligaments are softening. So yeah, she's definitely going to be kidding for us here in the near future. What are you doing? Fancy girl, why do you always have to be the dominant queen? I think you're both in heat the way you're both wagging your tails. And Fancy always acts like a buck when somebody else is in heat, but she also acts like a buck when she's in heat. See how she's displaying bucky dominance? The blubbering. Hi, Daisy. Daisy's feeling good. Yeah. Sweet girl. Everybody else seems to be great. Hearts is putting on weight gradually but surely. Of course, fat Rosemary. Look at you, fatso. I don't know how this goat stays so fat. She's just always fat. She's always been fat. You know how many times I've wondered if she was pregnant because she's so fat? She's never been with the buck. Well, we did try to get her with the buck, actually, but I don't think it took. So, unless she's pregnant now, but she's just overall fat, not just belly fat. I don't know, maybe she did come, no, I don't know. She's shown sign of being in heat, so I don't think she's bred. If she is, I didn't write down the date that she was bred, and that's silly of me, but I didn't think it took, so oopsie. These young kids all look beautiful and healthy. Very plump babies. Hi. Hi, baby. This little weather here, he needs a home. He's sweet, but he's not. He's skittish. All of the goats are loving this wind we have today. I hope it's not interfering with the mic too much. What are you doing? What are you doing, big puppy? What are you doing? Huh? This is my giant puppy. And do you know that today is a year since we got Khaleesi? Year anniversary. Oh, honey, she needs more medicine on her ear. Did you bring it down with you? The flies keep biting the dog's ears. And the medicine that we have is Correct X from doTERRA. It's kind of like our Neosporin, but it's got awesome essential oils in it, so it helps repel insects as well as heal. So it helps a lot when we use it. Red, I didn't even see you there. I've been standing here talking. I didn't even know you were right there. Are you okay? Are you napping? Okay, okay. I'm not gonna come any closer. I was just making sure you were okay. You just resting in the shade. You're a cool rooster. The chickens are molting. We're getting about 2 eggs a day now. We need to consolidate tractors and make it more simple for us to move them around so that we're not having so many tractors to move. Oh, Sister Ray, are you okay? She's dramatically rolling in the dust. Are you taking a dust bath? You like that? You like that dust bath? She's another fatso. That's not a pregnant goat, people. That's just fat. Fat and healthy. Oh, you're like a dog scratching your ear. You're silly. Got all the onions and strawberries and comfrey planted. I don't think I'm gonna have time to get the fig cuttings done, but I'm gonna see what Ryan's got here on the truck. What you got, Ryan?
Stuff. things.
Oh boy. Yeah. That makes my heart happy. Why does T-post make me so happy?
Because this project is brought to you by the letter T.
I wonder if that's copyright infringement.
I don't think so.
Oh, this is gonna be great, Ryan. So we're gonna get a proper fence on that edge of the garden and keep it nice and solid so no vermins can come in and eat our veggies. So we got some fence, and then we're gonna get deer fencing to run along this side so that we can easily take it down if we need to bring the tractor in here. Look at that cucumber, it's so tall. Do you see my cucumbers?
I do.
Do you know that there's 1 million squash to pick right now? Some of them rather huge.
1 million? That's a lot.
It is. What's for dinner, Ryan?
Hey, how can you see me?
Oh, I'm just good at seeing through camouflage, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just picking some squash. Maybe that'll be part of dinner.
I hope so. I love squash. I'm so glad that I got brave and planted this late season squash, because we ended up with very, very hot fall.
Yep.
What's today's date? October 10th? 7th? Jeez, I don't even know what date it is. The 7th, and it's 90 degrees in Georgia. That's nice looking. Yummy.
I think I'm gonna leave the smaller ones.
That's fine. Just grab some of the bigger ones and leave the smaller ones for tomorrow's meal, because by tomorrow they'll be big. Alright, Rose better get her hose on. I do have my hose on. I better get to watering while he picks that squash. Then we'll both be ready to go in and make dinner. I got it watered in and covered back up so that nothing will eat it. I used the hoops. It looks like I might need a few more hoops to keep it up, and I'm still just short in my length, so some of my bed is exposed. It's always been more foraging on that end of the garden, but I'm worried now that Ryan has bush hogged all of this that the deer might come in to this end of the garden. So I guess we'll find out. Hopefully he'll have a chance to get that new fencing put up while I'm out of town. He is taking time off of work so that I can go to this conference, and it's a huge sacrifice for our family to be able to do so, but we're confident that the benefits that I will gain from going to this conference will result in long-term results that will benefit our family in many ways to come in the future. One of the things I was gonna mention about what I've done here with this planting close together and interplanting onions with our strawberries. This is one of the most basic fundamentals of permaculture. To plant plants that grow well together like a companion planting way, but not just by planting marigolds with tomato plants to attract beneficial insects to help protect the tomatoes from hornworm, but also for sizes and growing seasons. You need to look at those things too, because these onions are going to stay small all winter, and so are the strawberries. So they have plenty of room to let their roots go down. They both have small root systems, so plenty of room for both of their root systems. What's going to happen in the spring is the onion is going to send up its green stalk and its bulb is going to swell. And around this same time, the strawberries are going to start putting out new leaves and possibly even start flowering. Right at the time that I'll come through and harvest the onions, we'll then have strawberries coming on the plants. So it's just a perfect combination. Plus there's another benefit to planting the onions in between my strawberries. Onions repel pests. So we're less likely to have pest damage on our strawberries because the onions are so close to them. This is another thing that you can do with daffodil bulbs. If you plant daffodil bulbs around your fruit trees, it is a very beneficial thing to do because the daffodil bulbs repel any moles or voles from chewing on your fruit roots, because they will not chew on daffodil roots. So if they come across a daffodil root, they go the other way and they leave your fruit plants alone. So there's many reasons why I like to plant onions and daffodils. I hope to get some daffodils in this fall in this bed and help protect them from any underground predators that might come up trying to chew on their roots. So I hope that these tips and tricks have helped you today. I hope that you see that there are many different ways to plant a garden. It's not always in straight rows. It's not always in a monoculture setting. It often does best when you intermingle plants of different families together in the same bed. I'm looking forward to the conference. I hope that you guys will enjoy the videos that I get from the conference. If you have any special requests of videos at the conference, I would be happy to hear them and integrate them into the videos I do take. I am not able to take the whole speaker conference, like I can't film an entire speaker's speech, obviously, but I can do bits and pieces here and there, and I can show you the vendors, I can show you the people that are there in attendance. So whatever you want to see, let me know and I'll try to share that with you as well, because I couldn't do what I'm doing here without you guys, and I appreciate it so very much. Thank you for always being so supportive. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget that we do have an Amazon affiliate link down below in the description. If you're shopping on Amazon, getting your holiday shopping in and early, then don't forget to use our link and we get a small portion of the proceeds from that, and it doesn't change the price for you at all. We'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots.